what really is the timeline to this? And are we seeing this across the board, across all schools, for higher schools, which has already been specified, which is from class 9 to 12?
Well, that's right, Sahel. This is part of what the center had, mentioned in their unlock guidelines for this stage. And this is, of course, this is what the center has allowed. So it's up to the states to decide how much of it they want to actually implement. So for states who do decide to go ahead and reopen schools in this manner, these are the guidelines that have been issued. This is specifically for classes 9 to 12, and it is only going to be on a voluntary basis. So there can be no school which compels students to attend. Students have to be given the option of attending virtual classes. And even if any student wants to go in to school on a physical basis, physically attend school, it has to be written permission from the guardian or the parent, and it has to be only for a guidance basis from the teachers, because those, of course, as we know, are important years for students as well. And of course, as are the rest of the points that you mentioned, more or less in line with everything else as things are opening up, as various parts are opening up. So students, teachers from containment zones will obviously not be allowed. And remember, a lot of the schools also were used as quarantine centers in the earlier months of the lockdown as well. So those schools will have to be sanitized completely properly. And that is also another important point to remember here. So before the schools are opened up, those schools would have to be sanitized properly. So those essentially are the important points, Sahar. It is up to now the states and the schools to sort of decide on whether or not they want to implement this.
Right. Avni, this would come in as a relief, of course, to several schools, majority of the schools here, which haven't been able to have students up for online classes because of unavailability of technology or affordability of technology as well. This would come in as a relief to those. And secondly, the good thing here is that there is no compulsion. There is still a voluntary option here to be physically attending school.
Yes, absolutely. There cannot be any kind of a compulsion, and it is for 9 to 12 classes only. And even in the guidelines, the center made it clear that it won't be sort of proper lessons that will be given at school, but whenever a student needs guidance from teachers, they will be allowed to go to the school for that particular time, that specific few hours that is needed. And even for that, they would need permission on both sides, both from the teachers as well as from the parents to attend to physically attend school for that period of time. So that's how it's going to be for at least the rest of this month, and then we have to wait for the next set of guidelines to see if this gets opened up even more.
Avni, thank you for getting us those inputs.